Through you, Madam President, Kenya would wish to acknowledge the good work of the chair of the AWKP for producing a good document to start our negotiations on Kyoto Protocol.
And if I may thank Mr. John Ash for his very hard and, at this point of time, very commendable work to take us forward. We welcome the text which has been produced by our AWD chair, and also because it follows the two-track approach.
The fact that we have the text now from the chairs of the two tracks is positive because it signals that we are entering into a more intense period of negotiations. At the same time, it's quite clear that these texts are not adequate. They need a lot of improvements.
Our impression is that what is now on the table, and also both with the bids on the table, that's too low. So far, we wouldn't reach the 2-degree target. That's basically about two parties. It's United States and China that would have to deliver more if we should achieve what is needed. But it's also the case that if we would end up with an agreement where the only binding and legally binding part would be the Kyoto Protocol, then we wouldn't manage to achieve what is needed. This agreement must be broader. It must cover more countries. It must cover more commitments.
You said that that with a Kyoto Protocol, we would not be able to reach the target of 2 degrees, and that a new agreement has to cover more countries and with also emerging economies with binding targets. Doesn't that mean that you're about to kill the Kyoto Protocol and move the European Union into another agreement with the US?
It's not a killing, it's a saving. I mean, if the instrument would be maintained in a way that wouldn't deliver what the Earth's climate needs, then it's not just the climate that would be in danger, it's also the instrument. I mean, half of the world's emissions are represented by United States and China. US is, as we know, not part of the Kyoto Protocol. China has no commitments under it. And it shows very well that without creating an instrument that could create the sufficient tools, we would never make sure that we can reach the 2-degree target.
I heard a general appreciation of the text, although some expressed concerns over a number of specific issues, not the least when it comes to numbers. The centrality of the issue of the two-track approach came out very clearly in this debate. I have, of course, noted this, and I will now consult with ministers and heads of delegations on this issue. However, I feel the willingness to continue the work, confidence also to the ability of the AWG-KP chair to produce results, and naturally, transparency of the further process will be ensured.